This is a home inspection overview of unit 18118. So we're gonna start right here on the attic, and you can see plenty of insulation here all throughout. And typical insulation would be between 8 and 9 inches of cellulose or blown insulation. But I measured it, you have 10 plus in some locations. This is radiant barrier, which helps dissipate the heat. That's usually an upgrade normally done by the people who build the house. 2 furnaces, one here and the other one on the other side, as well as 2 air handler. The brand is Lennox. They're built in 2022. And then I'll show you the unit outside. So pretty much I look at all the trusses, and I got pictures and description, make sure they're not cracked, make sure there's no problem with them. And obviously if it was, a report. And you'll get the report with all the pictures and descriptions. So I'm gonna go down, I do the interior, and then I'll do the exterior. Okay, I'm gonna start in this corner here. I start here, I go all the way around the house, point out things to be repaired, and just basically some basic information. I have this probe here. I used to have another one with wire, but this is a lot easier. Hot, neutral, and ground, black, white, green. So I test the outlets, especially now that it's empty and is available. It gives me the voltage, it tells me that it's correct, and also allows me to see if it's loose. So I check all these outlets. Then I check the ones in the kitchen and the bathroom. They have to be GFCI. That's ground fault circuit interrupted, and all of them are like that. So I'm going to continue here. This is where I came down from the attic. So you push the panel and you get in there through there. Here is the washer and dryer. We just check for power and water supply. Also, we make sure there's no corrosion on the shadow valves, and these are bowl valves. So all those are good. Continuing here in the garage, I check all these cabinets. I open them up just to make sure that you have no termites. You could get termites in brand new homes. I did a 2026 home that had termites. So here in Arizona, they say half of the houses have termites and the other half will have termites. So like I said, I open all these and you will see that on the report. Tankless hot water heater, depends on the manufacturer. There is a, no, I do not see a expansion tank. If you do have a pressure regulator, which we do, that will close the loop, and we recommend a expansion tanks, even if it's a small one. So on the report, you will see that I have an example of how it's supposed to be. If they tell you then that you do not require it, then you might need to ask for documentation. So all that is good. Water temperature, we gave me list the 125. I set at 120. It's supposed to be 125 or less. So continuing here, going back inside, like I said, I open and close the garage. It doesn't need adjustment. You have internal spring. So these are inside the rod. So as you can see here, so they are preloaded inside the rod, and they twist and come back and forth. It is not a major spring right here. So as you can see here, and there's a Tesla connection. I'm not sure if they're coming back for it, but it is. Here's the GFCI that I was talking to you about. So I do this, and then I go like that, and I reset it. Okay, so that is that in there. This is a fire-rated door. And then it's supposed to self-close, and it does. And here is the information on the fire-rated door. There's a plate right here that tells you that it's a 20-minute fire-rated, and it's solid. Recommendation is not to cut doggy doors or anything like that, because it would basically would affect the integrity of the door. Then it would no longer be fire rated. Okay, so I check all these and I check underneath to make sure there's no leaks. These are pull valves, so recommendation is every 6 months or so, you might want to pull them, push them and pull them because they would build up corrosion and calcium build up inside and they might not work. So a good idea would be to pull them and push them, and then also include, I spray them with WD-40. You got 3 thermostats, and the temperatures that I was getting was in the 57s, 58, and that was the supply. The return was about 83, so your differential is about 18 to 20 degrees. So that is good. It's 110 outside right now. So I checked the toilets, the sinks over here in the master, and all this here. Then I also check the fans, and I make sure that I show you a video that the fan is working. Then continuing here. So continuing here, this door right here is hard to operate, the sliding door. So basically it might need lubrication and adjustment. Usually the rollers sometimes will need to be replaced. Here in the kitchen, I check all your appliances, microwave, a stove, ovens. Appliances are not part of the inspection, but I do check them anyway, just to make sure they work. It's important, it's the kitchen. So I checked all this. There'll be pictures and descriptions on these. And I also checked in the in your ceiling here, make sure you don't have any stains, and you do not have any stains. And there's no stains also on the sheathing in the attic. Up on the roof, you have no broken tiles, but you do have a few of those concrete packs that are cracked. So they need to be recaught or repaired. Okay, I'm going outside. Basically on here again, I check all these fans and on these. And what you have here on the window seals, you have some cracks, and you can see it here, and cracked on this window seal as well. And then you fix that with painter's caulking for windows, interior and exterior. And I'll show you some cracks on the stucco on the outside so you see what I see. Okay, so this is on the report. So I'm going to do the outside, and then I'll complete the video. Okay, any questions? No. All right, we go outside. Turn the lights off? No. I'm coming back because I got to continue. I'm gonna do the heat, then I shut everything off. All right. Yeah, then we wait for Jennifer. All right, so we do the exterior. We don't mind this door, but I'll put it, this door rubs on top. All right, so come with me. All right, you can leave it open.
Oh.
Okay, right behind me. Okay, continue recording. I forgot to hit pause. All right, sorry, I forgot to hit the pause button here, but this door rubs up here when you close it, like that. Uh-huh. So how do you fix that? You could fix it by adjusting the hinges, and then sometimes there might be loose up here. You can see a couple of loose screws. You could pack them with wood. Sometimes if you don't have wood, you might want to use wood pencils. You break them and put them inside. Obviously take the screws out first. Mm-hmm. That doesn't work, then you have to shave the doors. Now, when I say you, might not be you, I'm just saying whoever is going to do it. Okay, so you can see the rubs right here. Okay, continue going on. Your gutters are clean. I looked in there and they're pitched the right way, so that's a good thing. Continuing here, this door, the main door, is missing the hardware, as you can see. No hardware, but again, part of it's on the report. These are the clean outs. This is in the event that you have any problem with your drainage. You put a snake through here, and it will be to clean up or to let anything out. Here's the shut-off valves and also the vacuum breaker for the irrigation system. I tested them, they work. This is the shut-off for the main house. Yep. And then that one works too. And then you could also shut it off at the meter, and I'll show you the meter in a minute. So this is a pressure regulating valve, and you might need to, if you have one of these, that means the loop is closed on the circulation of the water, so you need an expansion tank on the hot water heater. So here's where the meter is. I open this up inside, you can see it's clean, and then I look to make sure that the meter is not running. If a meter is running, that means you have an underground leak, and you don't. So I included a video showing you that. All the exterior lights work. This one here does not work because it doesn't have a light bulb, but there's plenty of light bulbs in the house. I'm gonna put one in just to test it, make sure everything works. Here is the electrical panel. I open the, take off the panel, and I look inside. I'm looking for burnt wires, double tapping. That's when they use something more for for more than one use. Let's say for 2 appliances. The AC, the amps that are here are based on what's on the manufacturer label. So 50 and 20, not to exceed 50 and not to exceed 20 on the other one. So those are good. I'll show you the AC unit outside. The irrigation system, I turned it on manually. I went like this, I made it run, and the drippers are working, and I did a little video of that too. This is the gas. This is your ground right here for the electricity. And then if you smell gas, you dial 911, and then they'll send Southwest Gas over here. But if you have to, you shut it off here, turning that all on, basically putting this little hole with this little hole, and that's what they use if you do not pay your gas bill, which I'm pretty sure you will, but just to let you know. Okay, but you just call 911 if you have any problems. The gates here work. Your lights, like I said, they work. And going all the way around, there's some stucco cracks, but it's on the other side, on the south side of the house. The house is facing west, so this is the east side of the house. And then I got pictures of all these, and I'll show you the crack. Stucco is liquid concrete. They put it in 3 different layers. The first layer is called the scratcher. The second layer is called the middle layer. And then the final layer is the finish layer. So ventilation here to the attic. There's no insulation here, obviously. There's no insulation in the garage as well, but there's ventilation in the attic. And you have low profile vents. And that is out on the roof. So I also took pictures of the roof, and you'll see the low profile vents. We'll continue here. I did not test the spa because it doesn't have any water, number 1. Number 2, it's not part of the inspection. Number 3, the gas is off, so I cannot do any of that. I just opened it, took pictures of the inside and outside. I cannot run it because it has no water, and I do not want to mess up the running the motor dry. So that is that in there. You can see that. Like I said, I put pictures of the inside and the outside. You can see it right there. Okay. Okay, so this is some of the stucco cracks that I was telling you about. I put them on the report, and there's more over here, and you can see right here. So how do you fix these? You could use a painter's caulking and for exterior, and there's also some repair kits that they sell for stucco. So, and I said I put it at multiple locations, and then I said that not all the cracks are photographed, so they do not just fix the cracks that I pictured, they fix the other ones. The AC unit here, here's the information I was telling you about. This is a Lennox, and this one has the 410A refrigerant. The new refrigerant right now is 434R. The old one was 454R. The old one was 22R. This is 4 ton, and it's not that air weighs anything. It's just they used to use a ton of water, ton of ice, and they put a fan, and it will 1 ton covers about 500 or 600 square feet, depending on the efficiency. We still use the same terminology, which is BTR, British Thermal Units. So you take 48,000 BTR divided by 12, and you get 4 ton. The brand is Lennox, and it was built in 23. This one right here, I'm glad that it went on. Makes a lot of noise, and I put a video on it just to show you that it makes a lot of noise. So right on cue. So again, this is probably needs to be tightened and balanced. It's just the fan is all it's not tightened enough, and basically this is on the report. All right, these are the big disconnects. I opened them up, making sure that they are protected, and also that your suction lines, refrigeration lines are not leaking, and that they're also insulated. All right, I'll send you the report and the video if you have any questions.